Hey guys on YouTube, it's Laundro-Matt back again. So today I've got for you a nice vintage classic Australian washer made in Japan. It is a Hitachi PAF1260PX microprocessor. These have been around for years. Like, you see them now and again on Marketplace, but I think the first time I saw one was in like 1992 when I was here on holiday. So yeah, they're definitely one of the older models. If you remember, or if you see back on my channel, some of my first videos of the timer dial version of this machine, but this was the next model up, which was the more pricier model, which had the microprocessor control. So yeah, bit more flexible in terms of wash options. It's got a super wash action. It's got wash actions. It goes gentle, then there's a stage in between normal and gentle, and then there's a stage between normal and heavy action, so you've got a bit more flexibility on your wash actions. 15 minutes of wash time, you can have 2 rinses, up to 7 minutes of spin. The way you can set it is you can either just press your automatic program, super, normal, gentle, or perm press, and let it figure it out what it's going to do, or you can set it up in between all the little bits however you want the wash to go. Really love this design. I think it's so like retro, like as I was just saying to Shakira Lover Forever, it reminds me of like an old radiogram or something, like what my grandma used to have. It had the same sort of like this display. It's just, yeah, really nice design for the time. Would have been very high end. People would have walked into your house and gone, ooh, that's nice. Full size agitator. You know, that was fairly standard on these. Some models had an impeller down the bottom, but not the microprocessor controls, I think. It's got a fabric softener dispenser in there. And, oops, pull this whole thing out. There's a lint filter on the bottom there. This design is what inspired Hoover over here to make their top loaders. So they designed their top loaders based on this design of agitation, which is quite cool. So yeah, I'm gonna do some towels in it today on the super cycle. I'm going to use some Charisma powder from Mexico. Since I've just been away to Mexico, I've brought back a whole bunch of stuff, so time to get it used and tried. And it comes with a matching softener. So yeah, hot cycle, super wash. We'll see how many towels we can fit. I think it's about 5.5, maybe 6 kilos. Probably about 5 kilos, actually. Looks about the same size as my granddad's top loader at the time, which was 5 kilos. So yeah. Dosing on this detergent is a bit weird because in Mexico they tell you to use X amount of grams per 10 liters of water. So it's just like, I don't know how much that uses on each level. So we're just going to go for 1 50 gram and a half, and then we can add more if we want, but we'll see how we go. Cool. Alright. Towels. Oops. Yeah, that's probably just enough. We'll go medium to large. I've got this set up at the minute, so it's filling through hot only. So we'll go for that. Okay. So when you turn it on, it comes up with this. It gives you the normal wash action to start with, but we're just going to hit super. So for a super wash, it's a 15-minute wash time with 2 rinses. It's basically the maximum of everything. The maximum action, maximum wash time, maximum rinsing, maximum spin. So we'll just go with that, because these towels are Elliot's work towels, so they're fairly dirty. And away we go. Doesn't like turn the drum or anything as it's filling. It only unlocks the drum when it's draining and ready for spin. Right, I'll come back when it's full. Should nearly be there. Yeah, medium high. So this is the super action, which, you know, to some looks quite gentle, but it's actually not. Like, you know, there's a lot going on in there. Like the way it whooshes them back and forth, it's really good. I think on the timer dial models and on the Hoovers, the agitator moved a bit quicker, like it had a faster rotation. I mean, but that's washing them perfectly fine. Like, there's no problem with that at all. Just hit the 9-minute mark, and about halfway through it goes into this gentle pulsing action. That's just to sort of loosen up the clothes, I think, a little bit, and then it'll go back into the heavy action in a minute. So yes, here can see it counts down there, so you know what stage you're at. This is the action it uses before it goes into spin as well, I think, sort of like trying to even out the close. That sausage dog just like collapsed, just sunbathing. There you go, and then it jumps back into the heavy action. In the last 3 minutes of the wash, it won't spin after the wash, it'll just drain and then fill for the first rinse. That's just so that it doesn't fling the softener out prematurely, and then it'll spin between the rinse, first and second rinse. There it's gone into the gentle action just to balance those towels out. And drain. Now that click you heard was the drum releasing. Even though it's not going to spin, at the start of every drain portion it releases the drum. It's on rinse 2. I should say why it's set on cold, it's because I've got it on the manual hot, so I've got both things set up, so that's how you do it for manual apparently. Fully drained now. There you go, that was the drum locking, and we have started to fill again. Rinse number 1. This is the drain after the first rinse, so we're now technically on rinse 1. Rinse 2, I mean. Well, you know what I mean. The final rinse this will be going into after this. But it'll spin now. I think these spin at about 700, 800 RPM, these, once they're up to full speed. Filling for rinse, well, final rinse. Okay, we're nearly full for the final rinse. We're going with a cap full of softener. Elliot likes his work towels to have softener in them. Ooh, that does smell very nice though. gentle action for drain. So it's about a 2-minute rinse. And drain. Just going for the 7-minute spin now. So in the final spin portion it does a soak spin, so it will do a spin, then it will soak the clothes with water, and then it will do the final spin. I don't know why it always does the spray rinse at the end, but there you go. Apologies for the dogs howling in the background. Stops. Carries on. beeps quite a few times to let you know it's done. Oh, well, there you go. Alrighty. And once it's finished beeping, the normal light stays on so that you know that it's turned on. Alright, well that's that, guys. Thank you very much. I'll make more videos of this, but I will see you in the next one.